What's up, New Gun Nation? Today I'm excited because I'm doing another episode of Show and Tell with my EDC. Hey there, New Gun Nation. My name is Troy, and this past year my wife Amy and I joined the ranks of 8.4 million people that bought their first firearm. Yeah, you heard me right. Over 8 million Americans bought their first gun in 2020. We didn't get into shooting just because of the craziness in the world. See, Amy and I were looking for something to do together as a couple, and boy did we find it. Guns have gotten a bad rap, but in the hands of law-abiding citizens, they can be fun and empowering. I'm stoked you're joining us on this journey as we grow together in the New Gun Nation. So some of you know my journey a little bit. My wife Amy and I got into shooting last year in July of 2020. And we took our carry class in October, which allows you to carry open or concealed here in Minnesota. And when we took the class, I realized this is something I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do every day. That's what EDC is, everyday carry. So I wanna show you what I've got going on. It's pretty common. It is a Springfield Hellcat, and I'm just gonna make sure that it's clear. Okay, gun is clear. This guy is pretty popular, came out I think in 2020. What's cool about it is it's small. I mean, the size of it is super small. You can see it in my hand. It's not very big. And then the magazine capacity is what really sold this gun. The smaller of the magazines it came with holds 11 rounds and then one in the chamber. And then the bigger dude that came with it holds 13, which is kind of unheard of for such a small gun. And the grip is a little bigger, as you can see. It prints a little more. Printing is when you see a gun through someone's shirt, you don't really want that. So this 11 round mag makes it a little bit easier to conceal. And I started with a leather holster, and this is the outside the waistband. OWB is outside the waistband. And Deuter sits in there like that, and then you put it through these loops, and this is a DeSantis, and once you have it on there, it's pretty much gonna be on your belt. You can't take it off very easily. You have to take your belt off, basically. And speaking of belts, I was using a 511, kind of a tactical belt that had Velcro, and it was a lot of cinching and stuff, and I heard about this company called Nexbelt. And they have this really cool ratcheting system. I guess theirs is the only one that's red, so if you see red, that's them. And then you also cut the belt down to your size. So it's longer than you need it to be, and then you cut it down, and then you basically put some set screws in, and it's good to go. But it's cool because you put it in, and it ratchets. And there's a little button to release it down here on the bottom. I've had a few occasions where I've gotten it so tight, and then I sat down and I'm like, I have to stand up to get this thing loose again. So it is nice to loosen it a little bit just before you sit down or you get in your car, so you're not just full on just, strangling yourself with it. So that's a Nexbelt, pretty cool, worth the 60 bucks I paid for it. This DeSantis holster, it was cool. I liked the outside the waistband, and I started wearing shirts unbuttoned like this, that I would just, and I got a muscle shirt on underneath, but I would just put it, have the shirt loose. I'd never button it. And then part of my draw, which I took a draw class, a drawing class? That's like an art class. No, I took a class at my gun range to be able to draw at the range. It was really cool. I learned a ton. And it's the first time I had an actual bullet in the chamber, and I'm putting it in my holster, which it takes some getting used to for sure. But they gave me a little token, and I put this at the range counter when I'm getting ready to shoot, and they know that I'm okay to draw from the holster, which is pretty cool. Not every range does that. Mine does. So anyway, I was doing outside the waistband, and I thought everything was cool, and I was wearing like a fleece vest because it's pretty cold here in Minnesota. And my wife Amy's like, "What are you gonna do in the summer when it gets hot?" And I'll tell you, that first 80-degree day we had, which was bizarre for April, I was like, I need to do something different. I can't be wearing a shirt on top of a t-shirt. And so I started kicking around getting an inside the waistband, and I picked up this guy. This is a Crossbreed, I believe it's called a Reckoning. It's a smaller one of theirs. What's cool is it's leather on the parts that actually touch your body or could touch your body. And then it's this Kydex plastic. It's a really stiff plastic. And then it has these two little clips that basically you slide this inside your pants and then hook it on your belt. So all this lives inside your pants. And then the gun goes in here, and it's got a cool retention. I've tweaked it a little bit. You can also adjust where the clips are to adjust the cant of the gun. I think I'm happy with it where it is. This really tucks it into my body. And with the outside the waistband, of course it was outside the pants, and it would have a tendency to kind of do this number. So then it's sticking out, and I'm not the skinniest guy in the world. No comments. I'm working on it. But yeah, it would kick out and it would show. And so I was always wearing like shirts that were printed that looked kind of like it would help camouflage it a little bit. But when you start carrying every day, you're going to have to figure out what works for you. And you know, some people like want to do the appendix carry. That's not my gig at all. I'm not into that for a couple reasons. But it is apparently the fastest way to draw, unless you have a gut like mine. Probably not the fastest way to draw. I'm getting kind of personal today, aren't I? But I carry at 3 o'clock, and I'm right-handed. Well, I'm left-handed, but I shoot right-handed. One other thing I've been doing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing it, is carrying this bigger magazine in a pouch. So it's like this, and it goes on my left side, and I put it in like this. So I put it in with the rounds actually pointing backwards. So when I pick it up, when I pull it out, it's ready to go right into the gun. A lot of people say, man, you're not going to need that much ammo. That most civilian situations are like 4 seconds and 4 rounds. You're not going to need 11 plus 13. 5. But I'm choosing to carry this one. I like the way this one feels better at the range. It just fits my hand all the way. This is my EDC, my everyday carry. It's what I'm choosing to do. It's not the only way to do it, but it's working for me. Feel free to leave some comments if you have other suggestions, and I really appreciate everybody. Sorry I didn't get a video out last week. It was kind of crazy with Holy Week and my job and stuff, so I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting, the new subscribers, and don't forget to hit the alert so that you get notified when there are new videos, because I'm hearing that some people are having issues actually finding content from similar channels to mine without saying the G word. All right. Blessings on you. We'll see you next time. Be safe. Be ready. God bless. New Gun Nation. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with somebody that could use it. It's hot in here, man. I don't have the air conditioning on yet. Woo. All right, it's a glisten. It's a nice glisten.